How's it going, everyone? We're back with another weekly watch list, kicking off week 2 of December. Man, week 1 of December was tough. There a lot of chop. I mean, you can see like on these days here, it is not very clean action, sharp move, slow grind up. Just especially with the way that my system lines with like clean break and retest and EMA alignment, it's really not been the cleanest action for me personally. System wise, everything was smooth. End of the week red is what it is. No big deal. You know, my green weeks should absolutely be double any red. That's what my system produces. All my losses were between 6% and 11% this week. Just didn't catch a lot of wins. No big deal. Whatever. We prepare as normal. We're back at it. So first things first, thank you so much for watching the video. It means the absolute world to me. If you do enjoy the video, if you enjoy investing, finance, whatever, trading as much as I do, please consider dropping a like, commenting, subscribing to the channel. That would be awesome. So without further ado, let's head into the watch list. We'll kick things off with QQQ levels I'll be watching. Of course, previous day high, previous day low. Over this previous day high in this daily gap, I'll watch calls above 629.81. Below the previous day low, I'll be watching puts down to 619.54 and 617.6. We did have a pre-market low here at 621.96. I will keep that on watch if I do take a play underneath this previous day low. As far as like the 4 hour goes, man, it just looks like we're on that kind of slow grind up, you know, on lower volume. So, you know, we'll see what happens. We did just come up and fill this daily gap just about with an inverse hammer. So, you know, we'll see. Is that going to get some follow through? We'll see. You know, we'll see what happens. Again, just playing the levels and going from there. Let's go over to SPY. So SPY, same thing. Got our previous day high, our previous day low. Again, our previous day low is here at 684.59. I will watch puts underneath that, but again, we do have that overnight low here at 683.66. So not a lot of room there. I would look for it, maybe trim heavier going into this overnight low. And if we break that, let runners go to 681.33 and 679.69. Over the previous day high, we do have my next resistance zone at the 689.02 to 689.69. So really would prefer watching calls over this instead. If we go over to the 4 hour, we can see it there. It is the all-time high zone. So I'd rather see a break and retest over all-time highs. There's definitely going to be sellers up here, so I'm not trying to long into the all-time highs. I'd rather see that break and retest, and that, of course, can influence QQQ as well. Let's go over to NVIDIA. NVIDIA has been kind of ugly recently. I'm really not interested in calls, so we get over this 185 level. You can see it more clearly on the 1 hour. Rejection, 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 rejection. I will watch calls over this 185.84, and I'll watch puts below this 179.07. Go over to AMD. AMD, same thing. I'll watch calls over this 225.98, which is over the previous day high, and I'll watch puts underneath the previous day low. I'll watch puts, but we do have support right at 214, 211. I'd rather see price probably get below this 211 before I start looking at puts down to 206.61 and 194.28. Let's go over to Apple and Tesla. So Apple, I'm sorry. Yep, this is Apple. I was like, it looks like Google for a second. It does look like Google, but nonetheless, we have our previous day high and previous day low. I'll watch calls over the previous day high, but really, I'd rather see it above 282.05 first. So over the previous day high, there is room up to 282, but with this support flipping to resistance, I'd rather see it get over that. As far as support goes, I'll watch puts underneath the previous day low. First support is 275.95, but this previous high here, rejection, 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 kind of flip the support in this area here, this 277. I will watch that for a potential profit target underneath previous day low if we are targeting puts there. As far as Tesla goes, haven't traded Tesla in a minute. It honestly scares the fuck out of me. I'm sure there's someone that can relate to that. I just don't really see it following. It's like it either just has, I know this is going to sound really vague, but it's like it either, regardless of any technicals or levels, it's like it either has a green day or a red day. And I know that sounds very vague, but like it's very hard for me to trust. Maybe I just need more time on it, but it either has a crazy rip up and it's like, or a crazy rip down. It's very difficult for me to get a read on it. But of course, have my levels, previous day high, previous day low. Lots of compression here. It's kind of what Tesla does. It just compresses and then it just explodes. So we'll see if it wants to make a push. But as far as longs go, I would much prefer longs over 474.07. That would be much more ideal for me, or even this 479.38. As far as puts go, it's like, man, we've been on such a move up. I would look at puts under previous day low with first support being 445, but it's just hard for me to like see continuation there. I don't know. I just probably need more experience with trading Tesla, but I'll still put the levels up there that I'm watching. Google looks nice. Google's got this nice flag going here on the 4-hour. It's a good looking trend line. We rejected it here. I'll watch for calls over the previous day high. That looks really nice over 323, and I'll look at puts underneath the previous day low down to 314.71. And then lastly, of course, we have Amazon. Oops, typed it in wrong. Amazon's been good to me. Again, tight range, so definitely looking for expansion here. I do like this range here. I'll look at calls over 231 to 233.51. I'll look at puts below 228.55 down to 226.78 and 223.79. So that's it, guys. You can see how simple I keep it. I look for break and retest at levels. If I show you with the EMAs and VWAP, like here's AMD right here, I'd be looking at calls over this zone here at this 219. If the EMA is aligned, VWAP aligned, I'd ride that trend up to the previous day high. But ideally, I like range breaks. So like, for example, if we go back to Google, like I'd watch for price to get over the previous day high, break and retest, and then look for an entry on the 2-minute and 5-minute with the 13 EMA. And that's my setup, right? Risk below the level and the EMA break, and that's it. Take the EMAs and the trends. Like if we're trending over the level, I'll look for dips to the 13 EMA on the 2-minute and 5-minute, and that's about it. So that's going to wrap it up for the watch list. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm wishing you all a great week inside and outside of the market. God bless. Have a great week, and I'll see you in the next watch list. Peace.